You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference in your appearance, how you feel about yourself, and according to my first guest, change your smile and you could change your life. With us, we have Santa Barbara's dentist, Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you very much, Randy. Thanks for having me.
All right, now before we get into today's topic, and I mean, you're probably one of the busiest, or probably the busiest practice in Santa Barbara.
I would say
right?
we are the busiest practice in the Santa Barbara County area.
Okay,
we
good.
now have 4 offices located in Santa Barbara, as well as up in Solvang, which is the Danish community, which is just 25 miles north of Santa Barbara. And we have a practice 30 miles south in Ventura. And then we have our specialty practice that's opening up here in 2 weeks.
So let's begin with your typical patient and the procedures you do.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. And we do a variety of procedures, Randy. In fact, it's fantastic. We have been able to build a team or assembling a team of doctors. We have 6 general dentists within all the practices, and now we have 3 specialists. And so the beauty of this whole situation for our practice is we can literally see patients from cradle to grave. So we have as patients as young as in their few months old that their moms want to bring them in and make sure everything. Absolutely, it's incredible. And moms are concerned about these little kids. They want to be taken care of. Now, do we as general dentists see them? Yes, we can, but we have a specialist, a pediatric dentist, that can see them as well. In fact, our oldest patient came into our office last week, and she was 102, and came in for a routine cleaning. And she wants to keep her teeth. She still has all of her teeth, and she's a faithful patient. And so we provide a bunch of services. We do anywhere from fillings to same-day crowns. We do friendly root canals. We can talk about that if you want, because root canals can be friendly nowadays.
What's a friendly root canal?
A friendly root canal is somebody who doesn't realize they're even having a root canal. We'll have the patient in our operatory, and we'll put them on a little bit of nitrous oxide, some laughing gas, and give them maybe a little blue pill and have them go to sleep if they want. They wake up and it's done.
Okay.
And they're very thrilled. So these are some of the services that we can provide. Patients love them because they don't even realize really treatment's going on.
So you do orthodontics.
We do quite a bit of
Veneers.
orthodontics. We do a lot of veneers. Let's go back to orthodontics. This is the key thing. A lot of patients come in, they have a little bit of crowding down below. And some of them think, well, I'm going to get veneers. And veneers are amazing. We do a lot of veneers, but we try to educate them because now with Invisalign, we can straighten smiles within probably 6 months. And we're talking limited movements there, but Invisalign can do an incredible.
Are patients getting older and older that are getting Invisalign, or younger and younger?
It's mixed now, and I'm surprised because most of the patients that I do Invisalign on are actually in their 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Really?
And if we have an Invisalign teen patient, we will do that. But we also have an orthodontist on staff, and he comes in, he takes care of those more complicated or crowded cases, and he helps us out with those.
And the denture wearers are coming in now.
Denture is big, because there's a lot of people in Santa Barbara who have had dentures, for many years, but what they don't like is when they bite into an apple or they bite into a sandwich and that denture's moving and wobbling, they get these sores in their mouth. They don't like that. So what you can do now with the newer implants is we can place implants in there.
Dental implants.
Dental implants, yes, thank you. And we can actually nail down their denture to the implant. So they don't need to have a new denture because they like their denture. They're used to it. But now we can fix that denture in the mouth so when they bite into an apple, their teeth don't move. And it works extremely well. Patients love it.
People, do they still tell you, doctor, no offense, I don't like going to the dentist?
Every day. I hear it every day. I don't take offense to it anymore. My first 5 to 10 years, I'd be like, gosh, that's a little offensive. I'd come home, I was a little sad because patients kept saying, I don't want to be here. I don't like this. Now I got, we don't.
Do you have a comeback for it, by the way, when they say that?
We do have a comeback. I say, what? I don't take offense to it anymore. I guarantee we'll give you a really beautiful smile, make sure you don't have any discomfort, and you'll be happy when you leave.
Now, you mentioned, and we skipped over, but same-day crowns. You have the technology or the lab or the machine that makes it right there.
We do. In fact...
and that's rare, right?
It is rare. It's starting to be... you see that more and more in dental offices, but it still is quite rare. In our brand new office there in Santa Barbara, we do have an in-house lab. And we have a machine, it's called the E4D, and it's a digital scanner that we can actually scan impressions, and those scans go into the computer. These digital scanners, we actually put the wand in the patient's mouth after we prepare the tooth, and then that goes into the computer. And in our lab, we have a lab tech right there. He's on full time. He will design that crown, and then he'll have it milled, and we can have that crown ready within about 2 to 3 hours. So if a patient really wants a same-day crown, we can make that happen for them. Before, we had to turn our crowns around in about 2 weeks, sometimes
What,
3
send
weeks.
it out?
We
Is that
send it
right?
out to a local lab, and we still send out some work if it's something that is a little bit more complicated. But it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get that back. Now, if somebody comes in and they have a broken tooth and they want that thing fixed now because they're going on an airplane there in a couple hours, we can get it fixed for them and have something permanent put in their mouth before they leave.
Now you say, we said at the top of the show, and you say it's your slogan, right? What's your slogan? It's
A smile can change your life. And
do you believe that?
I believe that, and I'll prove it to you. I mean, I do have some photos here and I'll show you, but a smile really can change your life. You could do something as small as add a little bit of bonding to close up some spaces for a young girl or even a young teenager, and they are beaming. They have maybe a little gap in their teeth here, and they're not smiling. They're covering their mouths like this because they don't want to show their
Interesting.
friends.
Okay.
And so we can do this hands-on, quick bonding, and they will leave with a new smile, and it changes their life.
Because you say you do high-end veneer cases, but you warned me on the phone. You say we don't want to give that impression.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that.
No, you're absolutely right. We do a lot of high-end veneer cases and implant cases as a combination. And just to give you a quick story, a patient of mine just came in last week, and this is what made me think about the slogan. I don't know if he's been reading it, but he says, Steve, you changed my life. I said, really? Well, tell me how I changed your life. He says, I went through my whole life up to my 60s with missing teeth. I had a partial denture that was moving around. It was more of a temporary partial denture. His front teeth were kind of brown and worn down, and he couldn't chew very well in the back. And so when a patient comes in, they're describing this to me. Our first thing we'll ask them is, how can we help you? What are your goals? How can we change the smile? And so this is what we did for him. And he wanted dental implants in the back so he could chew harder, and he wanted veneers in the front. And now this individual is smiling every single day. And he said, thank you so much. You changed my life.
Are there a lot of people that are miserable with their smile?
You wouldn't think so, but absolutely. I mean, you could see people walking down the street not smiling. They might be a beautiful person inside and even beautiful on the outside, but yet their teeth are self-conscious about those teeth. And so you see people kind of talking like this.
Can you spot them, by the way, as a dentist?
Oh, absolutely.
Everywhere? All
Everywhere.
over
It
the place?
drives my wife nuts. We'll be in the movie theater. You'll have people who have smiles done and something's off a little bit, and we can spot them anywhere.
Is that right? So you see transformations? I mean, where you change their smile and they act differently. I think we talked on the phone
Randy,
about
every
this.
single
Because it
day.
almost sounded like you were exaggerating.
No, every single day we see a transformation. If it's anywhere from a little bonding, maybe some whitening that we do for a patient, to something that's large as a full veneer case, to implants, or to the dentures that we discussed earlier. Patients love that service. They have an existing denture, and then we could fix that denture on implants.
Okay, good. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back. You brought some photos. We'll take a look at those, and I've got a lot more questions.
Great.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. We're here with Dr. Johnson. He says, change your smile, change your life. We'll be right back.
No one likes to go to the dentist, but at Johnson Family Dental, it was comfortable and pain-free.
I had 2 root canals and 10 crowns done all in a period of 2 weeks. It was pain-free, it was easy, and it was pleasant.
I recently had a 13-unit bridge installed over 7 implants, which is a very major procedure, and I was amazed at how painless and how quickly the procedure went considering my original expectations.
I was on a deadline at work, stressed, and my crown broke off. I called Johnson Family Dental. They got me in same day. 3 days later, I had a new crown. Amazing.
I would recommend Johnson Family Dental to anyone, and with the free x-rays and exams, what's there to lose?
I get a lot of compliments on my smile, and I'd like to keep getting compliments, and that's why I keep going to Johnson Family Dental.
My new smile, I think, has made me less self-conscious in public, and I think it's improved my attitude a little bit.
My new smile has made all the difference in my life. I have so much more self-confidence. I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I like who I see.
I always smiled inwardly, but with my new smile, I'm smiling outwardly.
After so many years of taking care of others, it was time to take care of myself. Johnson Family Dental gave me that opportunity with a new smile, and I stepped out to my new life.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Change your smile, change your life. My first guest says small improvements to your smile can make a big difference, not only how somebody or people perceive you, but how you feel about yourself. Dr. Johnson, Santa Barbara's dentist, right? You're one of the busiest guys, or probably the busiest.
We are one of the busiest offices, and
You're big on community service. I mean, that's one of the ways people know about it.
Oh, without question. Community service is part of our overall culture. And so we are huge in giving back to the
What do you
community.
do? What do you do?
Well, in February, we do what we call a free dental day. It's titled Dentistry with Love. And it's a day where we open up all of our offices, and anyone can come in for a free filling or a free extraction, or they can have a free cleaning. And it's on a first-come,
How
first-served
often
basis.
do you do this, by the way? Every February?
Every February.
You know, we had a little bit of a talk about barriers, where there's a lot of patients that haven't been to the dentist in many, many years.
Yeah.
And then a lot of things hold them back. You say we've eliminated the barriers.
We have eliminated the barriers as much as we possibly can.
What does that mean, though? I mean, what do you mean? What have you done?
Well, you know, the key thing that we've done there is we have allowed any patient to come in and with no hassle. You can have a free exam and digital x-rays.
So free x-rays, digital x-rays.
That's right. That's right.
And an exam. They
Yeah.
can talk to the doctor if they need you for a few minutes.
Absolutely. Because see,
At no charge.
think about this,
Okay.
Randy. Think about if you were chewing on something, you just broke your tooth. You knew you needed a crown. You needed some type of dental work. The last thing you want to do is go pay a dentist, okay, $200 to know that you already need something fixed, right?
Okay.
And so to us, it's like, gosh, that's a huge barrier. Patients just want to know what needs to happen. And really one of our philosophies is tell the patient what they need and then give them what they want. Because see, what I think the patient might want is something completely different than what they want. So we have to figure out really what's going on here and how we can help that individual.
Okay. Now Nicole, who handles runs our studio in my office.
Right.
I overheard her talking. She goes, "I'm going to this office, $325
Yeah.
for an exam." I actually stopped. I didn't even know that existed.
No,
And I interview dentists all the time.
in fact, I remember hearing that little conversation too, and I almost gave her my card. I said, "Why don't you just drive to Santa Barbara?"
I
Because it's a beautiful
stopped her. I said, no, you shouldn't have to pay for a consult fee."
You're right.
So
No, you
that's
shouldn't.
common, though, really?
It is very common.
Okay.
Most dentists still pay for it.
And you have financing? I mean,
We do, absolutely. We do. We have 2 years interest-free financing, and patients like that because, as you know, in today's economy, it's really tough to put down $1,000 or $500, or if they want to do a big smile makeover, $15,000, whatever it might be.
And if you can, you will work with their insurance?
We always work with their insurance. In fact, we have an insurance group or specialist of 1 or 2 individuals that's all they do all day long.
In
is
your
they work
office?
with their insurance. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about changing your smile, and you could change your life. You brought some photos.
Absolutely.
What are we looking at here?
No, great. No, I absolutely did bring some photos because I really want to show you what a smile can do and how it can change your life.
All right.
Here's a young girl. She's in her early 30s, and she was always walking around like this. She was very self-conscious about her smile. She says, "Dr. Johnson, what can you do for me?" And we said, there's many things we can do for her. And this is what's beautiful about our philosophy, because we will give them different options. We'll say, we can do a full range of veneers.
So what's going on with her mouth, by the way?
Yeah, what's going on? What we did here is, because she has so much worn down teeth here, she's got one tooth that's very discolored. You can see her smile line is not even anymore. She's got a lot of wear. So here she's 30, but her teeth look like she's 60.
They're flat. They're flat,
very
right?
flat.
Those front two?
And
Okay.
and you know what? You got one that's kind of sticking out. And so she's got some issues there. And she's like, "How can you change my smile?" I said, "No, her situation, let's look at some porcelain veneers. Let's talk about that."
Now, by the way, when you see this woman, I mean, do you go, "Boy, that's going to be good"?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is pretty much, it's going to be a huge transformation. She's going to love the outcome because of what it looks like right now. So immediately when she had their new teeth on, she loved them. And in fact, we see her twice a year now, and just to make sure everything's
take a look at
okay.
that after.
And here's the after. This is absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
So look at the before and then look at the after.
All right.
Notice here how these new teeth are more curved. They're more soft. They're more feminine. Where if you go over here, these look like they're squared up a little bit, right? So actually, if you didn't see the face, you might even think this is a male. Okay.
Yes.
And this is a female patient who wants to look like she's in her 20s, and she's only 31 or 32. And so teeth make a big difference.
And those are veneers.
These are veneers.
Because they don't look like veneers. When I think of
Yeah.
I said I could spot veneers walking down the street.
Absolutely not. And I can too. Okay, so you got to be careful. And you have to be, I think, receive as much education you possibly can to really have this type of outcome. Because patients want something that's natural looking. They don't want something that's over contoured, too bulky, too white, because it gets pretty.
So on this kind of a person, okay, so now she has a beautiful smile. You think people react to her differently?
Oh, without question, they react to her differently. She says it's changed her life. She's been able to.
In this economy, why do something about your smile?
Well, in this economy, what might help more than anything, and you don't have to do veneers, maybe doing just a little bit of bonding or a little bit of whitening, but perhaps if you're looking for a job, if you're going in for a job interview, it's nice to have that nice white smile. Patients like to, or the employer likes to see that, somebody who's confident with themselves, because that's
true.
Smile gives you so much confidence, and we see it every single day.
It makes them appear positive.
Oh, it really does.
Okay, so what else? What were we?
Here's another case. This is a really unfortunate situation. This is a young girl who was in her early 20s.
Wow.
And she grew up in Santa Barbara, but they didn't have the means to see the dentist. And so now she thinks, I got to have a smile. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. And so you could see that she's got holes in her teeth and lots of decay, a lot of worn down teeth.
Is that common though to see something like that?
You know what, for us it is common, and we don't like to see it that much, but for you it's not common, because you'll see someone like this walking down the street, or maybe even a coworker of yours, who are covering their mouth like this. I mean, they're not smiling, they're talking like this. And so you don't have an idea of what's really going on over the overall picture. But when she really starts laughing and smiling, she's thinking, I can't smile like this. My friends are looking at me kind of funny. And so she's very self-conscious of a smile like this. Plus, she was in some discomfort. I mean, she had some hot and cold sensitivity. She had some discomfort up around her gum tissue because she had some holes in her teeth, so a lot of bacteria was getting trapped in there. Her gums were bleeding a little bit because she wasn't able to keep them healthy because of all the holes, the bacteria being trapped in her teeth. So not only were we able to change the smile and the looks of it, but her gums became healthier. She got her self-confidence back. And here's the after. Check this out. This is absolutely amazing. As you can see, the teeth look absolutely gorgeous. She doesn't have this big beaming smile right now. I mean, this was
like forced.
It's like forced, but she's never really smiled in her whole life. In fact, this is only a week later, but I'm telling you, after 2 or 3 weeks, they're going to start beaming. She's going to get her first compliment, and she's going to radiate with that smile. I mean, she's got an incredible smile. She's a beautiful girl. She's just never had anything to smile about. And so this has really created her self-confidence. It's been incredible.
We're going to take a quick break, more photos, and as you say, a smile
can change your life. Absolutely.
All right, so people watching this, if you don't like your smile, you can do something about it.
Without question.
Small things.
Small things.
Make a big difference.
And they do make a big difference. And here's another huge difference I want to show you.
Okay, well, here's what we'll do. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll show those photos. You're watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. We'll be right back.
At Johnson Family Dental, we performed over 37,000 procedures last year. It's no wonder more and more people trust our personalized care.
My new smile has given me more confidence, and I have received many compliments.
Johnson Family Dental gave me a new smile that changed my life.
I highly recommend Johnson Family Dental to my friends and family.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Johnson. Come be part of our family. A smile can change your life.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. My first guest, Santa Barbara's dentist, Dr. Johnson. He's here to talk about how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference, and it doesn't have to break the bank or cost a lot of money. Is that right?
You're absolutely right. Small things really can change your smile. Anything from what we talked about already, from these small little bonding procedures all the way to veneers, and it can transform a person's life.
But
and
even
how they feel
eating and chewing, I mean, we're talking about cosmetic, but function as well.
Function is a key thing here, because a lot of times they don't have any function on the front teeth or even on the back teeth. And so putting a veneer in there or doing some bonding gives them more chewing, more capacity to chew their food, and patients appreciate that. The other key thing here, though, and I'll show you this picture here. Here's an older individual who's never taken care of his smile, but to him it's felt kind of natural, but he was looking at it going, oh my goodness. You could see all the stain, the wear on his teeth. I mean, this guy's only in his 50s, but he looks like he's in his 70s, right? I mean, it's truly amazing. But you can see how irritated the gum tissues are around teeth that are kind of chipping and wearing, and because it collects more bacteria. He's got a chronic infection. He's got bacteria in the gum tissue. He's got very red gums, very swollen gums, because he's not able to really keep them clean. But now that we've been able to restructure those teeth and put some beautiful veneers on him, handsome veneers. I mean, very nice, guys don't like to hear the word beautiful, but he looks incredible. Now, here's another patient in our practice. Now, I didn't do the work on this, in fact, but I know him very well. We were on the soccer field because we both coach soccer. Okay. And I said, John, I said, you got this beautiful smile. And he says, well, thank you. He goes, actually, I had some lumineers done because he didn't want to have his teeth prepped. They're called like a no prep veneer. We just do minimal removal of tooth structure on the outside. And not everyone's a candidate for that type of work. But he had these lumineers put in, and he absolutely loves them. He is smiling and beaming. And so it's fun to see him.
It's nice. So you do these lumineers?
We do quite a few lumineers if the patient is a candidate for it. If they're not a candidate for it, we will explain what the process is of traditional veneers and what they have to go through to get to that smile.
Okay, good. And you know him, he's your friend. Was he smiling more?
Oh, he's always smiling. Absolutely. No, he's beaming.
Okay, good.
So he's doing really well.
Now, the other thing, and we're going to have to go to a break, but you guys are open 6 days a week. Saturdays as well.
We are open up 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and patients love that because, as you know, many patients cannot take time off of work.
Yeah.
And so they appreciate coming in on a Saturday, or they appreciate coming in after hours. We're open until 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
And so patients are very, very appreciative of that type of service.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more about the process, what to expect on day one. You're watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. We're here with Santa Barbara's dentist, Dr. Johnson, and we're talking about how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference. We'll be right back.
No one likes to go to the dentist, but at Johnson Family Dental, it was comfortable and pain-free.
I had 2 root canals and 10 crowns done all in a period of 2 weeks. It was pain-free, it was easy, and it was pleasant.
I recently had a 13-unit bridge installed over 7 implants, which is a very major procedure, and I was amazed at how painless and how quickly the procedure went considering my original expectations.
I was on a deadline at work, stressed, and my crown broke off. I called Johnson Family Dental. They got me in same day. 3 days later, I had a new crown. Amazing.
I would recommend Johnson Family Dental to anyone, and with the free x-rays and exams, what's there to lose?
I get a lot of compliments on my smile, and I'd like to keep getting compliments, and that's why I keep going to Johnson Family Dental.
My new smile, I think, has made me less self-conscious in public, and I think it's improved my attitude a little bit.
My new smile has made all the difference in my life. I have so much more self-confidence. I get up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I like who I see.
I always smiled inwardly, but with my new smile, I'm smiling outwardly.
After so many years of taking care of others, it was time to take care of myself. Johnson Family Dental gave me that opportunity with a new smile, and I stepped out to my new life.
At Johnson Family Dental, whether you come in for a routine cleaning or same-day emergency, we can handle all your needs with comfortable, pain-free procedures. With 90% less radiation, our digital x-rays and most emergency procedures can be completed in one day. Our interest-free payment plans make it easy to receive the care you need right now, and your first exam is free. Dental health is more than just a great smile. It's a priority. Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Johnson. Come be part of our family. A smile can change your life.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference. With us, we have Santa Barbara's probably busiest dentist, Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson, so welcome back to the program. Okay,
Thank
you
you.
showed us a lot of photos. Your website, they can see these?
Absolutely. JohnsonFamily.com. You can go to the website, see our photos, and see what any offers we have on there.
So somebody comes in just for the first time, this free consult
Yes.
that you do with x-rays. So free x-rays, free consult exam, and they could have a crown that day.
They could have a crown that day if they need one, of course. But you're right, because a lot of times a patient will come in with a broken tooth and they definitely need a crown, or we even do a same-day root canal with a crown. And it's a very common thing.
Friendly root canal.
Friendly root canal, that's right.
Funny,
No.
by the way, to me. That just means it doesn't hurt like it used to?
They don't hurt at all. With the technology nowadays, they don't feel anything. I mean, literally do not feel anything. And so patients are very appreciative. And I promised them that. I said, look, my goal here is to make sure you don't feel anything. If you do feel something, you raise your hand or you elbow me in the gut, because I want to make sure you are extremely comfortable. And all of our doctors feel that way, and our staff feels that way, because we want to make sure that their comfort comes first.
And you do sedation?
We do quite a bit of sedation dentistry, and we actually have a dentist who comes in who does he's a dental anesthesiologist who goes to 2 years of extra training to put our patients to sleep. Because some patients are like, no, I don't want that little blue pill. I want to be completely knocked out, which is great. No problem. We'll knock you out. And so he'll go ahead, he'll put a little IV in them, very pain-free. And he is amazing. He calls them before, he calls them afterwards. He numbs the patient up. He's in the room. He's monitoring that patient. So as we are actually doing the work, there's 2 people working on this individual. So their safety is first. And that's a key thing in sedation dentistry.
Okay. Now you have people traveling, you say.
We do.
Some pretty good distances to see you guys.
We do have people traveling. And I think the reason they're traveling, one is we've developed a really strong name within the community. And the reason it's called Johnson Family Dental really is because all of us were born and raised in Santa Barbara, so people know our name. We really try
You work on people you went to high school with?
We work on a lot of people that we go to high school with. Yes, it's kind of fun to us, maybe not to them, because
they knew you were going to be a dentist anyway, right?
Yeah, they
did.
did.
Always
Absolutely. They're like, oh, that's right, you were going to be a dentist. So, but no, people do travel from 25, 30, 60 miles away because we have that free new patient exam. So they're thinking, what?
That's big, by the way.
It is big.
You know, for people just tuning in, we're talking about how small improvements to your smile can make a big difference. And one of the things that I guess patients need to know, and people need to know, this is a real interview. I'm not trying to side with you.
Right.
I'm not endorsing you on the show. I'm just asking the questions. But typically, like my office manager, Nicole, was quoted $325 just to go in and get an evaluation for a chipped tooth, which I can't even see, but a small chipped tooth.
Actually,
you don't like that.
I don't. It actually offends me because because really patients, they shouldn't have to pay $200, $300 and already know that they need some work done, and especially those.
But they get X-rays as well.
They get X-rays as well. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, for instance, in dental, let's say someone has dental insurance, and they only have $1,500 of coverage. That's
for that year.
For that year. So that's usually just one crown. Okay, a crown, a build-up, maybe a cleaning. But if you spend $200 or $300 of it on an exam and on X-rays, then they can't get that work done. It delays it.
Okay,
and
good point.
So we really
call it eliminating any barrier.
We call it reducing the barriers to entry. I mean,
getting into the dentist.
Absolutely, we reduce every barrier.
No excuses.
Possible. There is no excuses. You need to come in, and there's no hassle. And we can tell you what you need and give you what you want. That's really our philosophy.
So we're out of time. You know, great info, great stuff. Final message: somebody doesn't like their smile, they're afraid of the dentist, they've been putting things off.
Final message really is: don't put it off anymore. Really, there's no excuses to do it. You could come on into any dental office, but come into our office. We could do a free consultation for you, a free exam, and you could see exactly what you need. Perhaps you don't need anything, but at least you know. And so it's important.
You know, we should mention, because you asked me, you know, Randy, is this going to show? You guys show that for just a moment, that logo.
Yeah, right there.
So you wear that?
Yeah, all the doctors wear shirts like this with our logo, with Johnson Family Dental. And
do you wear a tie as well?
We don't wear ties anymore. No, we sweat too much.
Well, good for you. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Great info.
Thank you. Sure, absolutely.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez. If you'd like to see this interview again online, you can visit our website at wellnesshour.com. Put in Dr. Johnson. And or you could put Smile Makeover, Santa Barbara. You'll find them there. For now, I wish you could help.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news, with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.
At Johnson Family Dental, we performed over 37,000 procedures last year. It's no wonder more and more people trust our personalized care.
My new smile has given me more confidence, and I have received many compliments.
Johnson Family Dental gave me a new smile that changed my life.
I highly recommend Johnson Family Dental to my friends and family.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Johnson. Come be part of our family. A smile can change your life.